Hey, my name is Brant Phillips, Houston Capital Homebuyers, and I'm coming to you live from the inside of my truck here in Houston, Texas. But the reason I'm shooting this video is I just got off the phone with a seller that reached out about selling their home. And what I want to share with you is the number one tip I would probably give, someone selling their home to a real estate investment company. And that tip is this, is when you're working with a real estate investment company, don't work with a company who is not looking after your best interest. So the reason I mention that is the seller that I got on the phone with, after talking to them a little bit and just, we always try to understand their situation, the problems, the challenges, and what is best for them. Like typically a way that I will try to communicate this is like you're at point A, you're trying to get to point B. What does that look like? Sometimes, and honestly, most oftentimes, that likely means you're not going to sell to an investment company. Sometimes, a majority of the time, it means that you go retail and you list it with the real estate agent. Sometimes it means you don't take any action. There's too much uncertainty, there's too many moving parts, there's things that are just not settled, and it's not the best time for you to sell, right? And then obviously there are times when it does make sense to sell to an investment company, and that's how I've been in this business for over 13 years now, because there is a percentage of the time that it makes sense to sell to an investment company, and maybe that's the situation that you're in, but maybe it's not. And so that is a really an important piece of advice that I wanted to share with everybody, to make sure that the investment company that you're working with is just taking the time to listen to your problems, your concerns, what it is that you need first and foremost. And this is near and dear to my heart, because when I was a child, I was in middle school years. My parents went through a very difficult time financially. They went through bankruptcy and on the brink of foreclosure, and ultimately they sold their house to a real estate investor, and it was not the best thing and not in the best interest of my parents, but they were in a very distressed situation. So I just want to share this message with you, and to be looking at that from investment companies that you're talking to. And if you're talking to us, you want to reach out to us about an offer in your house, great. I know there's a lot of companies out there and you have a lot of options. Just make sure that the company or companies that you're talking to are thinking about your needs before their own needs.